Hey there, this is Ducko from LowmanCentral.com and welcome to the Trio Root of Nightmares guide. This raid is labeled as a beginner difficulty on our scale, making it a great entry point for getting into Lowmanning. Before heading into the guide, make sure to understand how Root functions as a 6-man raid. Having raid armor is not necessary, but will be very helpful in some encounters. Loadouts for each encounter will be listed in the description since damage loadouts usually change every season. This guide is best experienced by using guides on our site since you'll be able to see the 3D model of the map while listening to it. Make sure to subscribe and like the video since we'll be dropping guides for all Lowmans in the game so you'll never miss them. Without further ado, let's get started with the first encounter. There are many ways on how you can do this encounter. One way is to assign one player to do the running while the other two ad clear. The other way is to have 2 players run and 1 ad clear if you want to make it faster. If you're going to have 2 players running the nodes, it's important to understand how they work. Once the first player shoots a node to get the buff, the second player can only shoot the same node if the first person activated the next node. If you ignore this and shoot the node before the next one is activated, you will deactivate the node and you'll need to wait out a timer before it becomes active again. Now let's talk about Tormentors. The main strat in Lowmans of Root is to make him low HP and kill him once the next node set becomes active. By doing this, you get the most amount of time, and players that take care of Tormentors don't have to rush to spawn and kill him in the next phase. Once you wrap this encounter up, you can head to Scission. There are 2 methods of running, but we'll be explaining the easier ones since this is a beginner raid. For the other faster way of running, you'll be able to see that in our Duo Root of Nightmares guide. Assign 1 player to solo run the light nodes and 1 player to solo run the dark nodes, while the third player ad clears. You can use belt skating or shatter skating for easy traversal between the sides, but you can always use the launchers if you like them more. Repeat this for all 3 floors. This method is pretty easy since there is no way that you can accidentally deactivate the nodes for someone. If you want to, you can run the Root of Nightmares raid armor and equip the mod release Recover, which will heal you every time you finish shooting a node. Once you finish this encounter, we'll be heading into the first boss, the Explicator of Planets. Since you don't have 4 people, 1 person will have to run the planets alone. It's usually better for the solo runner to do the bottom planets because there aren't that many ads and no danger of getting booped by the boss. One of the players that's doing tops should call out the bottom planet on the opposite side of where the bottom player is so they know where to dunk. For damage you can run Rockets, Merciless or Catapult GL. If you're comfortable with Titan Strand rotation, you can also do that with Tractor Cannon for debuff. If you're out of ammo, you can Aeon's Finisher the Colossi or use exotic primaries to generate heavy ammo. When you kill Explicator, you can head to the final boss, Nezarec. Nezarec is still pretty easy in a trio. Assign 1 player to run the light nodes, 1 player to run the dark nodes, and the last player should shoot Nezarec's chest and shoulders. If the runners are fast, you can completely skip doing the Refuge right mechanic. In a flawless run, you should probably do Refuge since it's much safer. You're going to do damage to Nezarec on the last light node, so make sure to finish Darkside first. This is done so Nezarec can move up closer to you before finishing the light nodes. For damage you can run Merciless, Rockets or Catapult GL. It's also recommended to run exotic primaries while running so you can generate heavy ammo for you and your teammates. And that should be it. Make sure to like and subscribe since that helps us a lot. You can also support the project by subscribing to Lowman Central Pro on our site and you'll get awesome benefits in return. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.